How would you sum up the first couple of days of training camp from your perspective?
Camp's been good. Players feel welcome here. Our staff has done an awesome job. The building's done an awesome job. The ice has been good, and players have enjoyed it. They've been at the Domain, and I think after hours, good eats, all that good stuff. It's been a positive experience.
With the new coaching staff in Dallas, how does that affect organizationally how the rest of the group will handle things as far as prospects go and down here in the AHL?
It's a good point. You can see here there's a lot of systems and all that. Some of our guys aren't getting on the ice this morning for scrimmage. It impacts it. Pete's got to learn, the players. Then the players got to learn Pete. And then, but the coaches have talked. Neil and his staff have communicated well, and we anticipate similarities in their systems.
Texas made a late push last year to get into the playoffs. A lot of guys individually made strides, and as a team, the team made strides to get in. What does that mean for you and your perspective going into the offseason, getting ready for this year, as bringing players back? You signed a lot of those players on qualifying offers to return.
Well, the players did a great job last year. Tough circumstances, still dealing a little bit with COVID, but the meaningful hockey that the group played in the last 2 months of the season, just trying to get into the playoffs. Yeah, a little disappointed in the exit, but it's just valuable. And then all those guys that are returning get a taste. And some of them have been through it a little bit before, so they get it. But a lot of the young guys, there's nothing like playoff hockey, and that will to get into it was impressive by our group. And I'm looking forward to the guys that are coming back.
Having Curtis McKenzie back as a captain who's been in this organization for a long time, Alex Petrovic was brought back on a two-way. Those guys as leaders, how valuable is that to help them kind of teach some of the young guys in this system?
I think it's great. Curtis is in great shape. Petro is in great shape. Good leaders. They hold guys accountable. They understand the rigors of the American League and training camp and things like that, but they'll just help. They are getting a little older, so the gap between them and some of our 20-year-olds is getting up there. But all in all, they have a good feel for the room, and they're quality people.
For Jake Ottinger to start last season in Cedar Park and then do what he did in Dallas and grab a hold of that number one spot had to have been obviously not only a relief but exciting for you guys to watch happen. Then you signed Matt Murray to kind of help with the organizational depth. Remy Poirier is a pro now. What can you speak to as far as the goaltending position and how you see it down in the minors as far as the ceiling for some of those guys?
Yeah, it's just a matter of doing it again. Adam Shields here too. Remy's just getting his pro career started, as you mentioned. But Matt, we think he has got loads of upside despite his age, but he has to do it again. I've said everybody's like, oh, it's a small sample size. So, but he's got good habits. Our coaches, goalie coaches, Jeff Reese, Ryan Daniels, like his style, like his technique, like his calmness. I just want him to win more games. That's the bottom line. But he's in a good spot, and I think our goaltending depth is in a good spot.
Defensively, obviously, Thomas Harley arrived last year and played significant games in Dallas. And then down in the AHL, you have a Jared Rosberg and a Joe Ciccone was re-signed, Ryan Shea, Ben Gleason. I don't want to leave anybody out, but It seemed like that group as a whole got stronger and stronger as the year went on.
Yeah, as we were talking earlier, when Andreas Borgman left at Christmas time, it was time for guys to put up because it was opportunity. And our guys, our players really grabbed it. Yeah, there was good coaching along the way, but ultimately the players have to grab it. And all the players that you mentioned, the whole group played very well, I thought, down the stretch and improved. And now we'll see where they are here this year.
How happy were you to see how Ty Dellandrea developed last year from a slow start coming out of COVID into a really big year in the AHL, and then he got an opportunity in Game 7 in Calgary?
Yeah, we were kind of the creators of that problem with Ty with the taxi squad thing, and I think once Ty got here and settled in and had both feet in here, he played solid. He was one of the better players in the American League, 200-foot wise from January on, and his performance in Game 7 was outstanding. That's as pressure as you can get, and he was very good. It didn't faze him a lick, and he just played his game.
One last one for you is one of the big splashes you made this offseason that some of the fans down here in Cedar Park have talked about is Riley Barber signed to a two-way. He was in Grand Rapids, of course, the last couple of years, had a taste in Detroit as well. Finished the year on an 18-game point streak, but how much of a priority was that to get somebody in here that you could trust not only at the AHL level but maybe push for an NHL opportunity?
Well, obviously Joel Esperance left. We needed a right shot, right winger, needed some experience, and honestly, Riley has lit us up for a number of years, and it was just good to have it work out. It kind of just fell into our lap late on I think it was late free agency day, and it worked out. Just stay in touch with the agent, and we're pleased. He's a veteran guy, scoring the power play. He's got a little connection with Curtis McKenzie, so we knew a little bit about the character and all that, which I value, and it just worked out.
Thanks, Scott. Appreciate it.